Hey guys, so I'm super duper happy to share this with you guys because I worked so hard on it and it took so much time to do this, and I'm really happy with the results. So right now what I'm doing is I'm painting a sun, and it's not like a literal big ball of white sun. It's almost like those suns you see in some of those sunset pictures. And I'm also painting a moon, but I'm not using acrylic to paint the moon. I'm using watercolor because I thought that it would give a much better effect. So that's what I did. And I actually went out to the store to get a jelly roll pen because I wanted to add white lines to the moon that I couldn't do with just paint. So here I am drawing in the white parts of the moon that I wanted, and it ended up looking really good. But the sad part was most of it was going to get covered. But you see that later. And here I am drawing the face, and these faces I actually sketched the day before at night, and I was like, okay, I can't think of any type of art that I'm gonna just do for fun. Well, not just for fun, y'all know what I mean. And so I decided on some type of concept. But right now you'll see I am painting the background that all these pieces that I'm cutting out and painting are going to go on. And I decided to do like a sunset, and right above it would be like a galaxy. And it was going to be so pretty, and I was just so happy to do it. But but I really liked how the sunset turned out. And here I'm starting to sponge in the galaxy, or the nebula part of the galaxy-ish type of painting I was going for. I mean, this is not realistic, but hey, who cares? And at first I was using the sponge, but I realized the sponge didn't really look like it would have been a lot better if I used watercolor, because that's what I see most people paint nebulas with, watercolor, and it gives it more of the swirly look that nebulas have, but I couldn't do that. So I added in stars by just, splattering some white paint, and then I detailed those stars a little bit with my jelly roll, and I also added some little, legs or whatever you call them to the stars to make them look like they're twinkling. And just more detail to the nebula, and I made a water splotch into a planet. And then here I'm doing some clouds. I use a fan brush and a regular brush because, again, the sponge wasn't doing the clouds justice. It needed more of a swirly cloud look to it. And I really liked how this the background alone looked wonderful. I probably should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't. But yeah, it looks really good. I add some more details on my jelly roll. And now I'm painting the faces. Now the way I went about painting the faces is that with the female, I gave her more of a warm underpainting for her skin tone to show through when I put on the brown. And this was because she was going to be on top of the sun, representing kind of like the sun part of this whole painting. And the guy, I did a background of cool colors, more blues and greens, and on top of that a painted brown, almost in a watercolor style. So yeah, right now I'm just painting in the brown, and I really liked how it turned out, especially with the guy. At first I was nervous about using blue for the background or for his underpainting, but it ended up looking really good. And it looked good for the female too, with her warmer skin tone. And at first her face was looking a little funky because the way I drew, I think I traced it kind of messed up. And yes, I did trace this. What I do is I took the picture of my sketch, and I blew it up in Photoshop to the size that I wanted it to be, and traced it by going on the back, or coloring on the back with vine charcoal, and just tracing the lines. And here I'm using my micron, Prismacolor micron pens to add some shadows, because I didn't want to paint in the shadows. I wanted to add it in using hatching lines, and it ended up looking so good. To me, it did. And I'll fix her face later, just not now. But right now, yeah, it looks a little weird, but it'll be fixed. And yeah, I did the same thing for the man. And I wanted her hair to have like her, in the original sketch, her hair was like grass growing out with flowers. And for the guy's hair, he had these crazy locks, which I'm cutting out and painting now. And at first I wanted to do like a galaxy lock, but I didn't like how it looked, so I painted it over. And then I just did like a little bit of space clouds and some stars. And then now I'm painting her hair with her crazy grass hair and the flowers on it. Um, and then I used my micron to further darken some areas, and it looked really good. And I used the white jelly roll, even though it's not shown there, to add some whites. And then there I'm just gluing them on top of the sun and the moon. the way I wanted to using Mod Podge, which is actually really good glue, surprisingly. And then I figured out, first I had a one dye idea, as you see, but I ditched it because it didn't great. So I just went with another idea, and I put them down, and then I went with like a wind looking type of swirls going around them just to tie the two together. I just used regular acrylic paint, and there I am. I'm finished, and it looks so good. I hope this video wasn't too quick, but it was so much footage, guys. It was like 6 to 8 hours of footage, and I'm like, I have to condense this down because it was just too much. So I made it really, it was really fast, but I hope you got the idea of what I did and you understood what I did through my explanations. And as always, thank you guys for watching. See you tomorrow for another video, and tomorrow's going to be a one-day portrait. Everybody's favorite and everybody's only favorite. I'm just kidding. Bye, guys.